Hey tankers, and welcome back to World of Tanks with PR154, where every week we're showcasing ordinary tankers doing extraordinary things on our Twitch stream. Now, what follows is a cut of one of those live reviews where we've had the responsible party on station to talk through what was going through their mind and down their barrel in the course of their game. Now, if that's your jam and you'd like to submit a replay for consideration, then please drop it on the submission platform via the Discord server link in the description below. In the meantime, happy tanking, and please enjoy this video. So I've seen the result, haven't seen the game, and that's how we usually do these Twitch interviews. So El Haluf, bottom tier, 13 versus 13, 9s over 8s, and you're in the premium tier 8 Polish medium tank CS-52 LIS. Have you had this one for a while?
Yeah, I had it when what is it, a marathon tank or something? So
yeah, it was.
Since then, I don't play it as much as I should because it's pretty good, but you know, because like everyone else on the server, I've got autoloader syndrome, so.
Yeah, it's easy syndrome to catch when you see what's on offering. So coated optics, gun rammer, and stabs, sensible enough loadout for this vehicle, and you've gone with small repairs, small first aid, and running the food.
Yeah.
I assume that's to try to tune the gun handling a little bit?
Yeah, and the view range and whatnot. Plus, I'm a big food noob. I like to live dangerously. Don't worry about fires. Just go for it. Fair
enough. It is a man's choice, isn't it? Do you go hungry or do you not catch fire?
Yes, exactly. Got to feed the crew. You know? This one I was just trying to keep away from the chieftain prototype on the other side. I thought that they were going to go up north, so I'm going to stay right away from that and just try and come down here and control this area.
Well, some QB Bear being a former clanmate of yours, so that's probably understandable. You have probably a special place in his heart and his targeting computer.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Oh, he wouldn't know it was me. Thank God for the anonymizer. But yeah, I just didn't want to be anywhere over there near that gun.
No, fair enough. Okay, so we've got the enemy Barask that's looks like it's trying to take pole position on the middle. Now, it could be really annoying if there was a cap circle there, but not to be this particular mode.
Yeah. And you'll see, I just got fixated on trying to blind fire this gentleman. I don't know why. I went, no, I'm going to get this guy. So I threw everything at him that I could, and then it might have come back to bite me later on.
Oh, look, everyone needs a hobby.
Yes. So this was actually one of my clanmates here in the P44 behind me. We weren't on comms or anything, and he's blocked from chatting in game, so we were communicating via affirmative, negative, throughout of it. So, but he didn't know it was me because I didn't let him know. So yeah, it was very interesting.
Okay, always an interesting test to see if people treat you differently under those circumstances.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's been a pretty light commitment on this flank. We haven't seen anyone sort of try to dive in and earn medals by going in to try to crush that area or move into the tank destroyer gun line. That could be a bit of a high risk but high reward strategy.
I usually like to go down there from the other side. This side I find I camp more because every time I go down there from this side I die. But if I'm coming from the north, then I'll usually come over here because you can get under the gun line easier.
Heavy weapons sections and a supply carrier are coming to reinforce our lines.
Okay, and we've finally found that Barask, slightly displaced from where we thought it was.
I think that's a different one there. That one.
A different one.
Yeah. So there was two of them. So there was...
yes, Splat's still where he was before. There you go. But yes, your clanmate Asmania there's recognised that the ammunition situation is looking a little bit tight right about now. Only 20 shells left in the tank, but have been able to secure kill number 1 there on the Progetto.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I have a habit of just throwing shell after shell at bushes, and I live along that mantra of you miss every shot you don't take. So
A reasonable one to take. Do you find that translates into hate mail afterwards? Oh, you must have been using a mod when you're otherwise just shooting an obvious bush.
I do, and funnily enough, the Barask on the enemy team that's anonymized, that was another clanmate, and I had run out of all my AP and shot him with the APCR, and then he was flaming me in clan chat afterwards for firing the gold at him. I said, mate, I had no AP left.
The secrets of the suits Discord, huh?
Yes. Yeah, it was more, this first part of the game was waiting, even though our whole team went up north, they just all died consecutively one after the other. So it was like I was like, right, I'll wait here until I get pushed on, and then then get launched into action. I think I was still a bit sleepy at this point of the
Right.
day.
I guess, I guess you also have to look at what have the enemy team contributed up there. They've got the Chieftain Prototype and Stridsvan K, both quite capable hull-down fighters. Granted, you have the AE Phase 1, that's kind of in the mix there. WZ 11114, not exactly renowned for its gun depression and hull-down play, though.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what I was thinking. I just saw that there was still the two enemy heavies there. They both got 10 degrees of gun diversion. I just thought, okay, no, they're just going to walk over our team. Everyone had been dying there, and in my mind, I thought, yeah, this chieftain has been up there. He's done 4K damage now, and just laughing, his way to the bank at the end of the game,
Yeah.
So now I was just waiting here to get pushed. And I moved here, yeah, to try and get shots down there, and then I thought that someone was going to be coming up the J line there up to where I was originally.
Yeah, reasonable risk indeed. Jack of all skills, who's just rated us with 59 bodies. Thank you very much for that. He's also suggested if you're not accused of cheating 3 times a day, you're not playing right.
Yeah. I used to keep a list of hate mail, just things people call me. Stat padding, such and such, this, why are you hiding at the back of the map when you could be doing this? I thought, well, I'm trying to carry the game, because trying to do everything for the win, you know what I mean? If it's the right time to give up hit points, then, you push in, but if you can sit back and take away enemy hit points without losing any of your own, I feel like that's a better thing to do.
Yeah, it's one of the interesting ironies to the game, like the best way to avoid taking further damage is to reduce enemy hit points to 0.
That's right.
A point that can occasionally run a little bit flat. All right, 12 shells left. We're really it's stressing me out looking at your shell counter here.
Yeah, sticking at the bottom of the barrel now. So every miss now is a is a near disaster.
Yeah. Bouncing off upper frontal plate of Lance and Sea. Not a vehicle that's renowned for its heavy armor.
No, now I've got a broken gun, and hoping that my fully aimed shots go where I want them to go.
Oh dear, yeah. You really.
I tell you what, I was stressed because I had this Skoda behind me as well. I thought he's going to peek me one more time. I can now get clipped by him. I thought, no, it's all over. Yeah. Anyway, the Skoda popped up here behind me, and I thought, yes, let's equalise that a little bit. But still got the broken gun, but apparently it flew true. So.
So it's still. Yeah, I wonder, is that a function of having the armourer skill on this one?
I think it's that first field mod. I've only got the first 2 field mods on this at the moment.
Right, okay.
So that's what I started playing it for. So I think it's that one where, yeah, if you've got a broken gun, you still retain some of the accuracy.
Okay.
For the medium tanks.
I must say, like the armourer skill, it's a bit like an insurance policy. It's like, I'll only need that if my gun gets damaged. When does my gun ever get damaged? And then you find yourself in situations like this and you go, shit, I wish I had that skill.
Yeah, I used to use it on the Cranvan religiously before they nerfed HE, because you'd sit there, hold down, and all of a sudden you'd get a Super Conqueror. Well, hang on one second, my son came in.
Oh, you're right.
All of a sudden, you get a Super Conqueror that for some reason had a full HE loadout, and they just shoot you for 200 damage every 7 seconds, and consistently break your gun. So I put on that, but once they changed all the HE, I took it off a lot of the heavy tanks.
Right.
So,
I guess it's not the only skill to be made a little bit redundant by changes like that.
That's right.
Like spore liners. Who uses spore liners anymore?
I don't know. I don't think anybody, but yeah, this was interesting. In hindsight, I watched this back a couple of days ago, and in hindsight, I probably should have gone around with the Pantera, but I was hoping that I was going to cut someone else off here, or that but he could have died, and I think if the Pantera had died here in this game, the game would have been over. But because I took a bit too long to come up that flank there.
I guess we have to bear in mind, like you've been consistently playing from the back foot here. Like there was at one stage you were 3 or 4 guns behind, and now granted you'd narrowed that gap, but not with a hell of a lot of a hit point buffer to back that up.
Yeah, I was just stressed as well. I think because I was thinking that this Waffen was going to come up over the ridge here in a moment. He's going to have to get the big gun, and then there was also the fear of the ISU coming,
Yeah.
and and then I thought, oh, we're going to get flanked by this Lanson, and then that's the Pantera gone, and then I think the Lanson outshoots me as well. So I don't know. It was just a big pressure sort of situation.
I can't deny a massive risk here as well, in that you're now, what, six grid squares away from your cap circle, and we know where the Lanson C was, and it's potentially had the initiative here. Oh, that's not what you want to see at ISU 152K in close proximity around the corner. But the P44 Pantera autoloader.
Now check this next shot out. Look at this.
Ooh.
Ready? I aimed it, and ricochet. I'm like, are you serious? And then he just throws one. It almost takes me out.
Yeah. It's like,
I must say, yeah, that was a bit of a brown undie moment when that ICU was there. I thought, oh no, I'm not going to reverse something fast enough.
yeah, it's just nothing like 152 millimeters of fun to leave a land torpedo in the pants.
I know, yeah.
We had a wonderful discussion.
Wake you up in the morning.
We had a wonderful discussion about land torpedoes before, and apparently it's when you miss the bowl.
Oh, correct.
Yeah.
If I did that, I think I'd get divorced.
Yeah.
How did you do that? Like, I don't know. Well, the papers are on the kitchen table. I'll see you never.
Well, that cat does that to us all the time, and my wife still keeps the cat, so I guess there's hope for me.
I don't know. Animals get preference, though, I think.
Oh, they certainly do. They certainly
Yeah.
do. All right, 50 seconds on the cap. Ample time to get in and reset it. Back to the garage they go for kill number 4.
Yeah, just trying, when I, same thing everyone does, approach the cap with everything sort of hiding me so he didn't know where I was coming from, and then get into that bush and get the ambush off. But apparently he spotted me at the same time I spotted him through a bush.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can't recall them being particularly renowned for their concealment, for their vision. That concealment rating on those Swedians is usually pretty excellent.
Yeah. Yeah, I was surprised that he outspotted me. So here I was just asking HP of the Waffen, or do I think it's still, or does he think it's still over there or whatnot? Yeah, I can't remember.
So the alt key kind of tells us that it was on about half hit points, but that's still like 2 or 3 shots for you.
Yeah. I thought, you know what, I'm just going to send it because the Pantera's got a clip, and if I light it, then maybe I can, if he's got the small gun, maybe I can take 1 shot, maybe not, and then just go for it, because time was running out anyway. So
definitely.
Yeah. But I was certainly worried here. I thought, no, if he's still sitting up in that bush to my right, I'm going to get lit, and then
So I suppose you're also looking at the angles of the P44 Pantera and sort of trying to do the maths. Well, okay, can it actually cover me if lit?
Yeah, that's right. Here I think I'm trying to. I was looking at the view range circle there, just making sure that he was out of my area.
Yes.
And then I come up here, and I only got 4 shells left, but I thought, oh, you know what? I'll just throw a shell up here just because I feel like it, and decrease my chances even more of having ammo by the end of the game.
Yeah. Well, it's probably only what. It's probably not even 2-shottable for you, so it's.
And I decided to wildly throw my 1 HE round into a bush, 2 minutes into the game. Oh, and then here it comes, and
Okay, fortunately the small gun, but not mucking about there. They're using the gold stuff as well. You're on your last shell. So if we can connect this. Oh.
What did you call it before? A land torpedo moment again? I bounced him, I thought, here we go.
Excellent.
Pantera's too far away now, and I'm thinking, oh no.
Yeah. Surely in the name of all that's holy, he's reloaded by now.
Yeah. So he's going to be turned around looking at me, and then, thankfully he got lit, and then, there's the final shot for the game.
Last shot, last shell, and back to the garage it goes for kill number 5. Wow. I hope you got a big chest, because that's a lot of medals. Ace Mastery, top 1% of tankers in CS-52 LIS for the week. Of course, Fadin's medal, destroying the last enemy tank with the last shell. So very nicely done there. Levi shows high caliber and Spartan, which yeah, that's always a neat one there where you just
It was a scary Spartan, that's for sure. Looking down the barrel of a Waffen that you know is firing premium is not a great thing.
So nearly 4,500 hit points of damage inflicted, over 1,500 blocked. So that's sort of contributed to a lot of these additional medals. Like we've got shell proof there, where your total damage has been blocked exceeds the hit points of the vehicle. So very nice indeed. Having a look to the team scores, Soviet Partisan, your Suits colleague there, coming in a well-deserved second with 3,100 hit points of damage inflicted on the enemy team.
Oh, he played so well as well. As I said, if it wasn't for him, we just wouldn't have won it there at the end. And, I messaged him after the game and said, "Mate, that was nail biting. Thank you so much." And yeah,
Sunbear representing Limewell in his shiny new Chieftain prototype, and Splat, the Barask that was a subject of so much abuse at the start of the battle, taking top honours by experience there. That's a lot of damage assisted actually. So
on that map, yeah, for sure.
So very nicely done. What did it cost you? Wow. Is there a personal mission involved in that one?
I think it was the first mission of the day that I got. So
okay.
Yeah, so I got the extra 50,000 and whatnot. Then I had clan boosters, my boosters,
right.
Everything going.
Yeah, all cashed up out of that one, nearly 190,000 credits. Got to be happy with that.
Oh yes.
All right. Well,
it was a great game because I hadn't played for a couple of days as well. I thought, okay, I'm going to be rusty. Here we go, and then just come out with a big hitter. I was chuffed, to say the least.
Oh yeah, it's one of those things that can go either way. The game's either going to give you a bit of a gimme, or you're going to be rusty as hell. I wouldn't have called that a gimme though. That was an entirely self-made effort. So
had to work for that one for sure. But I think they're my favorite games. I've been playing this for a long time now, and I think do I like these 15-1 walkovers, or do I like fighting until the bitter end? And I think fighting till the bitter end is just so much more rewarding and satisfying at the end of the day. And so yeah, there's what keeps me playing. That probably sounds a bit cliched and stuff, but yeah, it's true.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for swinging by and sharing this one with us, and taking the time to talk us through what was going through your mind and down your barrel.
Thank you so much, mate. I'm going to go and head off now. I'll finish watching your stream, but I'm going to get my boys ready for bed now. But I appreciate the invite to come on.
No worries at all. Cheers, Swizz.
All right. Catch you, mate.